Walk around the compound and then we'll see some cute tigers. And then hear squeaks and then see Pete's and Derek will ramble. Oh my gosh, what's this all about? What? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hello. This is a tractor. You might not realize why I'm showing you the tractor, but I am super excited about this new tires. Oh my gosh. They're new. They're new. They got put on today. They got put on today. Yeah, I know. Hold on. This side too. This side too. Oh, look at those beauties. Oh my gosh. Oh, the treads are so fresh. Yep. Got new tires for the old tractor, which is something that was sorely needed. Factory tires. They hadn't been replaced in 12 years. The old ones, and it cost $1,500. $1,500 to have the tire guy or the tire people come and replace the tires on the tractor. Agricultural implements are not cheap. Not cheap. But it was a necessary thing because they were starting to really degrade. They were starting to crack, worried that they were going to completely fall apart or just, explode, which that could be dangerous. Or if, you can bend rims because you get things, but this, then your problems become a lot more significant. And I don't know if you know this, we use that tractor a lot to feed, to butcher, to move materials. It is a critical component to the operation of this facility, the Center for Animal Research and Education. But it's just one of those kind of things. I wanted to show that because, it was a bit of money, and it's a tangible, you can put your hands on it kind of thing that does go to show where facility donations have to go to. There's so many different things that have to go into making this place what it is. And like I said, the tires have not been replaced in a good number of years. And they've seen considerable amount of experience out here in the facility. So thanks to all of our donors. Huge thanks to all of our donors. Wouldn't be able to do it without you. Wouldn't be able to give these kitty cats a good home. Oh, hello all you big cat lovers out there. It's me, Derek. Welcome to another super duper fantastic episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Now, tricky intro, right? Tricky intro. I'm doing that. Actually, I wanted to just do something really quick so that I would be able to just honestly have a reason to, upload like the raw video. But then it's like, no, just like make it like a thing. Like, oh no, like it's an editing trick. But really, it's just me being lazy. Because look, yesterday we were cleaning enclosures and we had five livestock animals that we had to butcher. 3 horses, 2 cows. We're talking various illnesses, bad joints, like early onset of blindness. So they were all animals that, it's just, what happens is that Heidi will, she will schedule, if we'll get like a bunch of calls like, hey, I got a, this or that animal, and it's not doing so hot, Heidi will, she will very intentionally schedule, bin, for the drop-offs to occur when, I'm going to be around. So that's why sometimes you'll have like a higher concentration, a higher volume. Hi, it's a little lemur tube. He's a lemur tube. I don't even know which one you are. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Hello. Oh, yes, indeed. Look at you. Oh, hi. You gonna join the lemur tube party? Oh wait, I think you're Mort and Ruth, maybe? Rita? And Flapjack. So Mort, Ruthita, and Flapjack. I think. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Hey. Oh, hi. But yeah, we had there was a ton of work that was happening yesterday. Didn't get done until, later. And we had a bunch of school groups today. So that's just exhausting. And of course, there's like the travel schedule. So I was just sitting there thinking, like, what would be really great? Just to film and then just hit upload. Yeah. But then I hear, poor Micah, bless her heart, she would send me an email like, oh, the end cards. The end, but what about that? And she's very sweet. She's right, and it's like marketing stuff. It's like you want to make sure that you're still like soliciting for subscribers, and that you're also kind of setting up like, okay, here's the introduction, and here's the intro cards, and the end. Yeah, that stuff is important. It is. But there would have been a couple of steps. I would have had to put it in I would have had to film and then put it in the software and then do the edits, and then I'd have to hit the produce. And that sometimes takes like, depending on the size of the cast and how well my phone is feeling, it might take, oh my gosh, somewhere like half an hour, 45 minutes for the stupid things to produce. And then I'll forget. I'm like, I gotta get it uploaded. But you want to know what's really great? Just opening up that old YouTube app and just pressing upload. So then I had to go to, the office computer and find, I looked up some of my videos on the YouTubes, and then I just screenshotted, put it into Word documents, and then, printed it up. Voila! This is like really fascinating. These are really fascinating conversation topics. I understand. I know that this is not exactly the most riveting material right now. My brain's a little cooked. You'll have to excuse me. Hi, Shadow. Hi. Ooh. What? Oh. Bonnie Boo, yeah, and it's the afternoon, so a lot of the cats are really sleepy, and they're gonna be like inside of their housing units, and they're gonna be just kind of shied away. So there's that. But during some of the tours, some of the cats were, they were coming up and saying hi. So that's a good thing. Let's see. Oh yeah. I have some notes, my Post-its. And one of them is eye popped out. Because, Tagabulbs. Look at her. Look at Miss Mita Pita. One of the horses that I had to put down, one with bad hips or something like that. They're all older. Haven't had this happen in a while, and yeah, it's graphic. Shot it. I use a 30-30 rifle sometimes, and there's a myriad of different angles that you can do this from, and most of the time it's usually just going to be just kind of a, like an entry exit kind of zip kind of thing. And then sometimes you get a little bit more of like a concussive kind of force, more explodey type things happen. Yeah, boop, just, yeah, and it dangled, and it was, I mean, it's like, it was, you have to understand, this animal was dead immediately. I mean, as soon as, you know, hit the head, it's dead before it even hits the ground. But the eye, and I'm just like, sorry. I know, maybe people are like, I didn't need to hear this. I'm like, it's a thing that happens. It's a thing that happens. Sometimes, and look, there was probably one of the most, I know, hi baby. One of the most just insane one of the most insane stories of that caliber. This happened years ago. And Heidi and I were out picking up a horse. It was this old horse that this old-timey Texas rancher had. You know, he was just a good guy, and he just kind of, he's like, all right, there, you know, good old Trigger's just seen the last of his days. He's just falling apart, and I just want to give him a good send off. Hi, Firebug. That's an interesting place that you're, you know, that you're holed up at. Hi. What are you thinking, huh? Yeah, we got Fire in Flash's old enclosure. Utilizing the space, spacing the girls out, which is good. They need to have a little bit of separation time, because they can get a little bit on each other's nerves. So this has been actually very good, and Fire has been just really, just coming, just blossoming, just like, you know, this is all right. This is okay. You know, it's like familiarity breeds contempt, I think, sometimes. And Melita is not the easiest roommate. She's just not. So, there's some different, and they're separated right now, but like we want to get them back together, but then we also want to try to preserve like the space. So there's different options that Heidi is considering at this point. But anyway, back to the story about the rancher. He wanted his horse, I don't know if the horse's name was Trigger. I'm just giving it a Texas-y name. Well, let's pretend the horse's name is Trigger. And hold on. Are there tigers? Where did Diwali and Nadal go? All I see is an empty enclosure. Bless you. Well, I guess they escaped. I guess that they just are not here. Whoa! Where did you come from? From where did you come? She's like, oh, you didn't. Oh, I know, you're still hiding. He's like, okay. So he's gonna be surprised by one tiger, but his mind is gonna be blown when there's actually two tigers. Hi. This is years ago, years and years ago, that this happened, where Heidi and I, we went to, you know, pick up a horse, and that's back in the day when we used to actually go and like visit ranches and like pick up livestock. We don't do that anymore. We accept drop-offs, not pickups, or we don't go out and pick up. But this guy, we had been to his place before, and that's a weird thing before, where you would have, there'd be a couple, because like there's different size ranches. Like some people have a lot of livestock. They've got a lot of animals, and like you would come and see them like a few different times over the course, and this is again over the course of years. You would see like some of the same people, and I remember coming to this guy's place a couple of different times, but I think that this particular time that I'm describing, Trigger, that was his baby. And most of the time, when you know you're euthanizing a livestock animal via gunshot, especially if it's an animal that you have an emotional attachment to, like people, they usually just kind of drop it off and they're like, all right, I gotta go, because this is because that, you know, there's the possibility of eyes popping out. It's there, and I don't want to see my animal like that. And it's like, I understand. I get it. It can be sometimes very messy and violent. And that it's not the last image that people want to have, you know. And I get it. I certainly don't judge. There's some people, they take it the opposite way. They're like, I'm going to be with my animal to the end. And I know that this is going to be messy and it's going to be gruesome, but I want to be there for my animal. I don't want them to be afraid. And I also want to make sure that it's done properly. I respect that. I really do. I can understand it either way. I understand the one side, and then I respect people that do actually want to stick it out. Look at these little Pete's. He's just like holding on to like the side of the pool. Aw, little Pete's. With his little Pete's. What a cutie pie. Oh, Mr. Volval. Hi. All right. But I had the old trusty rifle, and the guy led me to the corral that the horse was in. And here's the thing, it's one of those stories, it's like, it's fairly unbelievable, so I'm glad that at least I had, because Heidi saw it too. She like remembers it, and she like had been doing at that point had been doing it for over 20 years, and she's like, I don't know if I've really ever, you know, I'm gonna file that in my list of things. It's like, holy crap, I don't think I've ever. Yeah, that's a new one. That was a new one, where of crazy things that you've witnessed. This rancher, he like looks at me, and that's like, what, you know, I'm okay with doing it now, but there was a time period where it's just like, oh, when people want to watch, and it's very rare. It's maybe like, it's less than 5%, honestly, of people who have livestock animals. They don't want to be around for that part. Again, I understand. So it's like a very small number. So when you first start, the first few times it happens, it's like, oh, it's their animal and they're watching, and then you're in your own head, and you can get yourself kind of like all freaked out, like, because you know you're. That's a big moment. That's a really big moment. And then, yeah, you're that part of your brain that messes with you is like, don't mess up. Hey, yes, brain, don't mess up. And I'm like, thank you, brain. think you don't need to yell. You're aiming the gun. Your brain's like, hey, yes, brain, don't miss. Shut the hell up, brain. Shut up. Like, they're watching. I know they're watching, brain. I know. Hey. Now I've done it so many times, and I'm very proficient. I'm very, very proficient. It's a weird thing to be good at, but yeah, I'm good at it. And I have very few things that I will truly say that I'm good at. But finding whiskers, getting songs stuck in people's heads, and yeah, I mean, effectively and stress-free and painlessly euthanizing cows and horses. That's a thing I'm good at that. I am. So people can watch. The owners can watch. They can bring their kids, and the kids can be eating popcorn. It's not going to faze me at this point. I mean, to be honest, I'm not even being dramatic. But at this time, this guy, this old rancher, he's like, you know, he looked at me, and I had the gun, and he's like, all right. He's like, you make sure you do it in one shot, young man. And I was like, yes, sir. Because, you know, you just want to give him that kind of, like, I will give you that confidence. And I remember at that time, I was already getting a lot more confident with having other people around. So the part that I was kind of describing before was really, really in the first era of kind of that strange journey of my life. But this guy looked at me and he says, you make sure it's one shot. And I'm like, yes, sir. And then I took aim and I made sure that, of course you got to make sure check your target behind you and make sure the thing's behind, make sure there's no ricochet potential, and there's all sorts of different things, and the wind and all, there's different things you're thinking of when you're doing this. I shot. I don't know how this happened, but it's like the top of the head, it opened up like a can, like you're peeling like a soup can. Oh my gosh, I really didn't see her. I was walking up, I did not see her. Look at that, she is very good at camouflage. Camouflage. Ah, Miss Shanti, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. You have the crazy. Oh no, you're Naya. I do this all the time. I mess these girls up all the time. It's gonna take a while. Oh, tractor, I think needs a name, by the way. If you can give a name for the tractor, I might consider it, just so you know. Anyway, back to the story. And then people are probably just like, and then what happened, Derek? All right. I've never seen this before. I've never seen it since. I've seen a lot of different things. But the top of the head opened up, and the brain, intact, fully intact. It boop, it popped out of the horse's head, and then landed on the ground in front of it. I mean, but this whole thing happened as the horse was as it was going down, and it's like, that's how fast it happens. You do the boom. It's like as far as gravity will pull a body of that size down. But in that boom, the head bloop, and the brain bloop, and intact. The brain was completely intact. That was weird. That was the really weird part. And the rancher, he's this old man. He's like, "Yep, you got it. You got it. Yep, you got it. Yep. Yep. And he just that's all he walked. He walked back to his house. He's like, "All right, you got it from here. You got it from here." And I had the gun, and I looked to Heidi, and then she looked back. That was strange. That was really freaky. Have you ever seen that before? No, I've never seen that before. That was an odd one. Yeah. Mark that down as a unique one. Hi. Oh my gosh. My darling. Do not pay attention to him. Do not give him the attention he craves. Give my wiener the attention it craves. Oh my gosh. Where did you come from? Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, sugar pie. Hi, sugar pie. Pies of sugar and sweetness. Pies of sugar. Do you have any cats in? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Sleepy kitties. Yeah, it's warm. It's warm. Yeah, that was a weird. I've got a few different stories of just strange things happening like that. Because you have to also realize there was a time. I mean, the volume of animals that I've had to put down and to help feed the facilities is fairly staggering. And I'm not it actually does get into. Yeah, it's in the quadruple digits. That's. There's a lot of different experiences where they're just sometimes bizarre, and sometimes they're just disturbing or sad. And not because, it's just the circumstances of what led that animal to you in the first place. That can happen. Some of the more just like ones that you just really, they kind of stick with you. There's been this happen where someone would have like a trailer where the wood in the floor was rotted out, and they were going down the highway with a horse in the back of it at about 70 miles an hour, and the floorboards fell out. That's happened. Had to see the aftermath of that. Picked up cows in the past that people have hit with their vehicles, and then the cow's dead, but then also people died. Yeah, that's happened. I wouldn't say, I'm not going to say that I was almost shot, but I've had bullets fly at me from other people trying to unsuccessfully shoot their animals. That's happened. Yeah, just there's one lady's horse. I put a hole probably the size of a cantaloupe in it. I wasn't really trying to, it just happened. Yeah. The interns at that, I remember that one, they were just like, Derek, what did you do? I guess that's a long story. Not really a long story, it's just actually where you held the gun, it just close. It was like the only way that the horse was moving around too much, and I had to hold the lead rope and hold his head still, because and you had to hold the barrel of a high-powered rifle fairly close, and it just a red mist and kind of obliterated everything. Anyway. Yeah, Tawny. Yeah. Such a fast decline that she had. And it was an old people. It was old people disease. It's pneumonia, severe pneumonia, which it appeared to be an asphyxiation pneumonia, which, yeah, that's just something that old animals and old people get. And it was like literally it was days from when she got sick to when she went to sleep and didn't wake up. Very, very fast. And the support, and I made that little video before about, talking about some of the animals that have passed, Flash and Tawny, and just the amount of support that we've gotten is wonderful, and thank you all so much for the outpouring of love. It means the world to us. Really, to know, beads. Really does mean the world. Because it's a hard time, it's a difficult time to deal with that stuff. It's just draining emotionally. But, to have people that can be really nice and supportive, it helps. It really does. It really does. So I want to thank everyone who's been able to give kind words. And it sucks because they're, literally it's 99.5% of all of the feedback has been just overwhelmingly positive. And then of course you do get some of the people, the trolls that are just bleh. And it doesn't matter. You can have this avalanche of just positivity and niceness, and then you get that handful of just bleh. And then that's the stuff that ruins your day, that you focus on it. Whoa. But over time you just get it's a lot easier to just learn how to deal with the trolls, and realize that that's just their thing, that's their MO, that's what they do. They just troll. They wake up and they just troll, and they want to troll. Troll. Or, hey, what's up? Yeah, hold on. I'll be right with you. I'll be right with you. Yes, yes, she is. It's our, one of our builders, Calvin. He's a great guy. Great guy. But, yeah, there was a couple. And I guess it was also, like, some people, like, because they ask, like, why are those cats, you know, they're like bad detectives. They're like the world's worst detectives, pretty much. Cracking the lid off of a case that doesn't exist. It's like they go into a nursing home and they're like, why are all these old people dying of old people sicknesses? I have questions. So you guys are obvious, and yeah, there's that Monday morning quarterback kind of thing that a lot of them do. Like, obviously you're not making the right choices, and it's just like, ugh, shut up. But yeah, even though you know that they're wrong, it doesn't matter. It's still, yeah, it affects you. It affects you. So, like, to have the positivity from other people, illuminate that backdrop it's necessary. It's so necessary, and I thank you, everyone who does say that stuff. But yeah, this webcast kind of went into some weird directions. I kind of wasn't anticipating talking about like all the different things I did, but hey, it's part of the life experience. So yeah, there's a lot of different things that have happened. Anyway, let's go ahead and end this. All right, nope, there we go. there you go, Micah. Now you can put the end card stuff on there, like the next video. And she always tells me it's like, it's important. You have to have it on there for 20 seconds. You need to have it on there for 20 seconds for like for YouTube purposes. Not exactly sure, but she knows what she's talking about. Micah's a smart. She's a smart person. She's been in the biz. So she says that stuff, and I'm just like, sounds good. You're the organized one. Anyway, I'll talk to you folks later. All right, bye bye. Subscribe.